Based on my work, that is the Soil Solution Gambia, looking at human rights, when you talk of human rights, this have to do with food security, this have to do with comfortable environment, that is good climate and so on. So, Gambia is one of the least developed countries in the world, and of course many countries in Africa. So, human rights, when you talk of human rights here, we are definitely lacking in terms of human rights, because you cannot be sufficient, you cannot be independent if you don't have the basket of food that you need on your table. So this is how I see the situation. There are a lot of issues attached to that. There are chronic issues because people have been talking about them for many, many years. Nothing has been done actually or practically. So I think the situation is not, is not forthcoming. The African Commission, I think they should be, more of independent, not trying to, of course, try to engage the government authorities, but also trying to make sure that they implement things, not, having it on theory or having, to talk about it all the time. The problems of Africa, does not have to be discussed in, other places like, outside Africa. They have to be discussed here, and then they have to be solved here. So African Commission, we understand they are doing a lot of work, but I think they should be able to, bring about the impact that is, doing the real action. They are doing a lot when you come to, women empowerment, when you come to agriculture, that is food security, looking at also climate issues. They are doing a lot. Also it has to do with the sensitization, that is, giving people a clear mindset or a good mindset of, all these things, and I think they are doing a lot. So the main actors have to do with everybody. Everybody is a key player in this. The authority, that is the government, they are also important in this. The private sector is also important in this, but individuals also have to, play a big role in this. So we have to make sure that the younger generation are well educated, properly educated, so that they come up with the right steps, not to follow the same footsteps that have been done before. If you look at Africa generally, authorities or governments always formulate policies without including the right stakeholders. So this is definitely something that cannot bring about any change, because if you are making policy about me, if you are making policy about education, if you are making policies about students, you have to make sure that you bring in good students that can represent the general student union, to talk about their problems and then how to solve the problems. If you are making policies about agriculture, you have to make sure that you bring in the actors themselves, that is the farmers. Let them come on table, expel their problems. This is what affects us, and then this is how we want it to be solved. So these are things that I want to recommend as far as we want to bring about change and, solving food security and climate issues in Africa.